Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video. My name is Kenna and I'm one of your hosts for this video. Today we will be continuing our discussion on the COVID vaccine. Before we do that, we had the latest and most important corona numbers. For the whole of Germany, the 7-day incidence rate was 65 on the 10th of March. The incidence rate as of the 17th of March is 86, which means an increase in infections in the past 7 days in relation to every 100,000 inhabitants. More people got infected with COVID than last week. The increase is significant this week. The 7-day reproduction number today is 1.06, which means an increase in comparison to the number on the 10th of March. Then, the 7-day reproduction number was 0.96. This week, one COVID carrier infected more people on average, which means more than the week before. If this number increases more, stricter regulations will be put in place. The federal state of Bremen had a 7-day incidence rate of 58 1 week ago. As of the 17th of March, the rate is 79. This means an increase in people who have gotten sick in the past week in relation to every 100,000 inhabitants. We are still far away from the goal of achieving an incidence rate of 35 or less. As of the 10th of March, 375 people in Bremen have died from a COVID-19 infection since the beginning of the pandemic. Today, we count 381 deaths in total. 1 week ago, 138 people had to be treated in the hospital because of corona. As of the 17th of March, 147 patients are hospitalized in Bremen. And now I'll pass it over to our other host, Jeannie, who will answer some more of your questions about the COVID vaccine.
Because not everyone in Germany can be vaccinated at the same time, people with a high risk of contracting and being very badly affected by corona are prioritized to be vaccinated. There are 3 groups, with Group 1 being vaccinated first, then Group 2, and finally Group 3. The first group includes residents and staff of nursing homes, nurses who care for people at home, people 80 years old or older, and staff at certain medical facilities. Everyone in this group is eligible to get vaccinated early. The second group started getting vaccinated a few weeks ago in spring 2021. This group includes people over 70 years old and people with certain pre-existing conditions such as lung disease or diabetes. 2 people who are in constant contact with people who have pre-existing conditions can also be vaccinated. School and daycare staff may also be vaccinated in the second phase. The third group will be vaccinated in the summer of 2021. These include, for example, people 60 years old or older and supermarket staff. How can you get vaccinated? You will usually receive a vaccination appointment by mail. On the day of the vaccination appointment, you must go to the vaccination center that is stated in the letter. Identity and vaccination authorization are checked in the vaccination center. This means you need to bring your ID card and corresponding proof of authorization, which you will have, for example, from a nursing home, employer, or doctor. Those who want to be vaccinated will receive information to read through. A doctor will explain the possible risk. An information sheet and a consent form must be signed before being vaccinated. The vaccine is injected into the upper arm muscle by medical personnel. The vaccination is documented in the vaccination certificate. A 30-minute waiting period after vaccination is used to identify and treat possible allergies to the vaccination directly. However, this happens very rarely, as discussed in our previous video. An important note, a second vaccination appointment is necessary so that the vaccine can work properly. The exception to this is the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which only needs 1 vaccination. And now to the outlook for next week's video. It was recently decided that all citizens in Bremen will have the opportunity to get a free rapid COVID-19 test at least once a week. Therefore, next week we will talk about the different types of COVID-19 tests and tell you where you can get a free rapid test here in Bremen. And now I'll hand it back to Kenna and she'll give you the tip of the week.
And now for the tip of the week. A positive attitude makes handling this difficult situation a lot easier. So, focus on what is important to you and what makes you happy. Try to find a few minutes every day to write down the highlights of your day and what you're grateful for. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with your friends and family. What are your thoughts regarding the topic of vaccines? And which other topics would you like to see a video about? Let us know in the comments below. See you next week. Stay connected, stay informed, stay healthy. These videos are developed by students from Jakobs University here in Bremen and the LVG and AFS Niedersachsen, supported and produced by the SMP Media Center.